Hello everyone, I am Rashmi and today I am going to discuss about the solution of the index number. So in this given question, the commodity or the price and quantity is given for the year 1965. We are to find out the price index number for 1970 by Lespier's method, Passey's method, Bowley's method, Marshall and Edgeworth method and Fisher's method. So here 1970 will be the current year because we are to find out the index number for the year 1970. Therefore 1970 will be the current year and here 1965 is given. Therefore 1965 will be the base year. So when we solve the question for the index number, then we assume that for the base year price as a P naught, then quantity as a Q naught. Then for the current year we denote as a price P1 and quantity as a Q1. So first of all, these are the notification that should be used for the index number. Now for index number, for Lespier's method, Passey's method, Bowley's method, Marshall or Edgeworth method and Fisher's method, here we need the summation of P naught Q naught, summation of P naught Q1, summation of P1 Q naught, summation of P1 Q1. So to solve all this index number by the given method, we need the summation of all these values, summation of P naught Q naught, P1 Q1, P1 Q naught and P1 Q1. So first of all, now we will find out all these product value and then we can find out the summation value. Here we assume that 1965 as a base year, and for the base year price is denoted by P naught, quantity is denoted by Q naught. For the current year price is denoted by P1 and quantity is denoted by Q1. So let's start. Here first of all we will find out the sum values. Commodity is given as a ABCD. Then for the base year price is denoted by P naught, quantity is denoted by Q naught. Price is given 4, 3, 2, 5. Quantity is given 20, 15, 25 and 10. Then P1 Q1. P1 value is equal to 6, 5, 3, 4. Then quantity value is given 10, 23, 15 and 40. So now we will find out the product of P naught Q naught, P naught Q1, P1 Q naught and P1 Q1. P naught Q naught, P naught Q1, P1 Q naught, P1 and Q1. First we are to find out P naught Q naught. So 4 into 20 is equal to 80, 3 into 15 45, 2 into 25 equal to 50, 5 into 10 equal to 50. Then P naught Q1, 4 into 10 40, 3 into 23 69, 2 into 15 30, 5 into 40 is equal to 200. Then P1 Q0, that means 20 into 6, 120, 15 into 5, 75, 25 into 3, 75, 10 into 4, 40. And P1 Q1, that means 6 into 10, 60, 5 into 23 is equal to 5, 115, 3 into 15, 45, 4 into 40, 160. Now we are to find out all the summation value. So here I am using the calculator. 80 plus 45 plus 50 plus 50 is equal to 225. Then 40 plus 69 plus 30 plus 200 is equal to 339. Next, 120 plus 75 plus 75 plus 40 is equal to 310. Next, 60 plus 115 plus 45 plus 160 equal to 380. So here I will write down all the summation value because this value will be used again and again. Summation of P0 Q0 value is equal to 225. Summation of P0 Q1 is equal to 339. Summation of P1 Q0, this value is equal to 310. And the last value, summation of P1 Q1 is equal to 380. So we have find out all the necessary summation value. First of all, we will find out index number by Laspier's method. And for Laspier's method, it is denoted by P01LA. The formula is summation of, there is a very easy method for which you can remember the formulas for the index number, because when you are solving the index number there are many formulas or different formulas. So students they may be confused between what is the formula for this particular index number. So here first of all you can write down P1 here and divided by P0. Okay, this will be always you can say that this will be always remain same, P1 divided summation of P1 divided by P0, but the other values, the next value will be different. Always remember in this chapter, summation of P1 divided by summation of P0, this value will be always same for all the formulas, but the next value will be different. For Laspier's method, the next value is always for Q and this value is equal to Q0 into 100. We already know the value, summation of P1 Q0 value is equal to 310. Then P0 Q0 value is equal to 225 into 100. Here if you use the calculator, 310 divided by 225 into 100 is equal to 137.78. Next value is Pass's method. So here index number will be denoted by P01 suffix is equal to PA. Here the initial will be same, summation of P1 divided by P0. I have already told you that here the initial will be always same for the each index number. Now the next value will be Q1. So the formula is summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 into 100. Now you can substitute the formulas. P1 Q1 value is equal to 380. Then P0 Q1 value is equal to 339 into 100. Now use the calculator. 380 divided by 339 into 100. This value is equal to 112.09. Then next value is Bowley's method. Now actually there is a formula for Bowley's method. The formula is summation of P1 Q0 divided by P0 Q0 plus summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 divided by 2 into 100. But if you relate or if you simplify these two formula, then you can see that this formula is same with the Lespier's method and this formula is same with the Passy's method. Therefore, we can write down L plus P divided by 2 because this value is a summation value into 100. So 100 will be here. If you simplify this value or formula, then summation of P1 Q0 divided by P0 Q0 into 100. Then summation of P1 Q1 divided by P0 Q0 into 100 divided by 2. So here we have got actually these two formulas. So we can write down L plus P divided by 2 here. L means the Lespier's index number, P means the Passy's index number. So we have already find out what is the value for the Lespier's and what is the value for Passy's method. So we can directly substitute these two value and after simplification we can find out the Bowley's method, index number by the Bowley's method. So the values are 137. If you want, you can also use this formula, manually substitute the values and you can find out the required index number. But already we have find out the Lespier's index number and Passy's index number. Therefore here I am directly substitute this value to this question. If you substitute the values to this formula, then also you can find out the result. So it is entirely up to you which formula you want to use, because sometimes if you forget about this formula, then since already you have find out Lespier's index number and Passy's index number, then it will be easier for you to remember this formula. Lespier's index number plus Passy's index number divided by 2. That's why I am using the second method. So 137 divided 0.78 plus 112.09 divided by 2, and again I am using the calculator. 137.78 plus 112.09 divided by 2. This value is equal to 124.94. Next, we have to find out Marshall and Edgeworth method. Now, the next value is Fisher's index number. For Fisher's index number, we will also need the Lespier's value and the Passy's value. So, I am write down the values here: 137.78, then 112.09. First value is for the Lespier's index number, second one is Passy's index number. Then we are to find out Marshall and Edgeworth's method, and here the formula is summation of Q naught plus Q1 into P1 divided by summation of Q naught plus Q1 divided by P naught into 100. So for further simplification, we can write down summation of Q naught P1 plus summation of Q1 P1 summation of Q naught P naught plus summation of Q1 P naught into 100, or summation of or the product of Q naught P1 is same equal to P1 Q naught, and here Q1 P1 is same with P1 Q1, Q naught P naught is same is equal to P naught Q naught, then Q1 P naught is same with P naught Q1 into 100. Now substitute the values. Here P1 Q naught value is equal to 310 plus P1 Q1 value is equal to 380. Then P naught Q naught value is equal to 225. P naught Q1 value is equal to 339 into 100. Here first value 310 plus 380 is equal to 690 divided by 225 plus 339 is equal to 564 into 100. Now 690 divided by 564 into 100, and this value is equal to 122.34. So we have find out the fourth one, and the last one is we are to find out the Fisher's index number or by the Fisher's method. So the Fisher's method equal to the formula is summation of P naught P1 Q naught divided by summation of P naught Q naught into summation of P1 Q1 divided by P naught Q1 into 100. So this is the formula for Fisher's index number, but if you further simplified this value, then since 100 is outside the root square sign, so if you keep the value inside the square root sign, Q naught into summation of P1 Q1 summation of P naught Q1 into 100 into 100. That means 100 square, if you take the square root, it becomes 100. Now this 100 is, if you keep the 100 here, that means summation of P1 Q naught divided by P naught Q naught into 100, then into summation of P1 Q1 divided by P naught Q1 into 100. Then you can see that this is the Laspier's method and this is the Passey's method, or you can say that this is Laspier's index number, this is Passey's index number. Therefore, for Fisher's method, we can write down square root of Laspier's index number into Passey's index number. So here I am solving this thing just to make you understand that we can also use this formula. If you can remember this formula, then it is very good, you can use this formula. But if you cannot remember this formula, you can remember by this L into P. That means here you have to only remember about the Laspier's index number and Passey's index number, then it will be easier for you to remember two formula. Now actually we can directly substitute these values here, 137.78 into 112.09. Now we will find out these values. 137.78 into 112.09, and this value is 1544.3.7602. Now take the square root of 1544.7602. it will give you 124.27. So in this way we can solve the index number when the question is given. So if you can remember what is the Laspier's index number, what is the formula for Laspier's index number and Passey's index number, then you can automatically find out the Fisher's index number and the Marshall and Edwards index number. So it will be easier for you. So in our next video we will discuss about the time reversal test.